Morning students, I hope all of you are fine. Today we will learn about the irrational number, rest part of the irrational numbers. In previous class we have already learned what is irrational numbers and how to do the operations of irrational number. That means comparison between two irrational numbers and how to find or how to check whether the number is irrational or rationals, and the product, multiplications, addition and subtractions of irrational numbers with irrational numbers as well as with rational numbers. So now we will do the rest part of the irrational number, which is we have to insert some irrational number between two given irrational numbers. In the chapter of rational numbers, we have already learned how to insert some rational number between two rational numbers. In this chapter, we will read how to insert some irrational number between two irrational number, how to insert some rational number between two irrational number, and how to insert some irrational number between two rational numbers. Okay, so we have to learn here three things. So one by one we will learn. This is very easy and also these are very important. Okay, so first of all we will insert some irrational number between two given irrational number. Number one, insert some irrational number between two irrational number. That means in this questions two irrational number is given to us and we have to find out some irrational number between those two irrational numbers. Suppose for an example, root 2 and root 5. Yes or no? Suppose one example is root 2 and root 5 and 3.5 and 3.8 root over. All these two numbers here, root 2 and root 5 is also irrational number, and 3.5 root over and 3.8 root over also irrational numbers. Okay, so first of all we have to find out the irrational number between root 2 and root 5. And we know that what is irrational number? The number which is not a rational number. And also we can say that the root over of any number which is not a perfect square is known as the irrational numbers. Simply, it is very simple. We can find out the irrational number between two irrational numbers. So here in between 2 and 5 there are infinite number of numbers, and we can, if we give the root over of those numbers, then definitely they will lie between root 2 and root 5. That means the root over of the number between 2 and 5 is definitely a irrational numbers. But we have to keep one thing in our mind, that whatever the number we will write below the root over, that number should not be a perfect square. So what is the meaning of perfect square? That means the number which is a square of any other number. That means 1 square equal to 1, 2 square equal to 4, 3 square equal to 9, 4 square equal to 16, 5 square equal to 25, like this. And these numbers are known as a perfect square. Similarly, in decimal also we can say that 6.25 is a square of, whose square is 6.25? 2.5 square equal to 6.25. That means 6.25 is also a perfect square. Similarly, 4.41 is also a perfect square because this is the square of 2.1. 2.1 square is equal to 4.41. That means it is also a perfect square. So while we are finding some irrational numbers, that means definitely we will write a number and give a root over, then definitely it will become a irrational number. But that number what we have written, that number should not be a perfect square. If that number will be a perfect square, then the root over of that number will become a rational number. Okay, so we can write a lots of number between 2 and 5 which is not a perfect square. Suppose 3, 3.2, 3.8, 3.9, 4.2, 4.8, 4.7, but we can't write 4 because 4 is a perfect square. We can't write, so we can't write it. We can't write also, we can't write 4.41, 4.84 because these are known as a perfect square. So write the number between 2 and 5 and then give the root over. Then give the root over. All these numbers are irrational number between root 2 and root 5. Simple. See, the root over is in 2 and 5. So root 2 and root 5. The irrational number between root 2 and root 5 is root 3, root 3.2, root 3.8, root 3.9, root 4.2, root 4.8, root 4.7, etc. Also, we can write that root over of 2.3, root over of 2.4, root over of 2.5, root over of 2.83, but we can't write root over of 2.25. We can't write because it is 2.25. 2.25 is the square of 1.5. So root over of 2.25 is equal to root over of 1.15. 1.5 which is equal to 1.5. So it is a rational number. So if we will find the root over of a perfect square number, then it will become a rational number. Okay. So in this way we can find out a lots of irrational number between two given irrational number. Similarly, if we will take the case of 3.5 and 3.8, a lots of number is there. We can write that root over of 3.56, root over of 3.62, root over of 3.81, not 81 because this is the given that 3.8. So 3.72, 3.76 root over of 3.79 root over. All these numbers are the irrational number between root 3.5 and root 3.8. Very simple. Write some numbers which are between 3.5 and 3.8 and give the root over. Okay. If when you will give the root over of any number, then that number will become an irrational number. Simple things. Okay. So now our second thing is insert some rational number. Some rational number between two irrational number. Okay. So this is very important thing, how we will insert some rational number between two irrational number. Suppose we will take root 3 and root 5. So in between root 3 and root 5 we know that a number is 4 whose root over equal to 2. So this is easily it is a rational number. But if you will not take these things, if you will not take, it is definitely it is a rational number between root 3 and root 5, root 4. Okay, so except this root 4, there is also a lot of rational numbers. So how can we find out? So for this method will take some time. For these things we have to find out the root over of the numbers in decimal numbers. We have to convert the given irrational number into decimal form. Definitely we have already learned, if we take some non-repeating decimal number, if we will take some non-recurring decimal number, then that decimal number will be an irrational number. That means the irrational number is some example of some non-repeating decimal numbers. That means non-repeating decimal number are the irrational number. So we have to convert this irrational number into decimal form. So root 3, that means we have to find out the root over of 3. So in which method? In division method. In division method we have to find out the root over of 3 as well as root over of 5. So first of all, root over 3. So 3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. We have to find out the root over of 3 up to 3 decimal place. Okay. So we have given 3 pair of 0 here. and here. So already we have learned how to find out a root over of a number by division method. If you don't know, then please watch the previous video, then you can understand it properly. In this video we will only find out the root over of 3. So 1 1 ja 1, the number is 2, remainder will be 2, then 2 0 will come, then we will give a point here. Then what is the result? 1, then add 1 with, so 2 is here, so what we will write? 2, suppose we will write as 6, then we have to multiply with 6, 6 is 36, carry 3, 6 is 12 plus 3, 15. So take another number, 2, suppose 7, 7 7 is 49, 9, 4 carry, 7 2 is 14, 14 plus 4, 189. If we take 2, 8, then we have to multiply with 8, so 8 8 is 64, 4, 6 carry, 8 2 is 16 plus 6, 22. So this is more, so we have to take 7. So here 7, 1.7, so 189. So remainder is equal to 11. Again we will take 2 0 here. So our result, again we have written here 7, so we have to add with 7. So our result is 34. Then we have to take the number 34 and add some numbers. 34, if we will take suppose 3, then multiply with 3, 3 3 is 9, 3 4 is 12, 2 carry 1, 3 3 is 9 plus 1, 10. Again if we will take 3 4 4, then what will the result? 4 4 is 16, 1 carry, 4 4 is 16 plus 1, 17, 1 carry, 4 is 12 plus 1, 13. This is more, so we will take 3. So this is 3 and this is 3. So what is the result? 1029. The remainder is how much? 71. So remainder is 71. Again 20 will come here. Then we have written 3 here. So add with again 3. So 3 4 6. Again we will write a number here and multiply that number with same number. So then 346. Now we have to multiply with suppose 2. The result will 2 2 is 4, 2 6 is 12, 2 carry 1, 2 4 is 8 plus 1 9, 2 3 is 6. Again if you will take 4, then what will the result? 3 4 6. If you will write 3, then what will the result? 3 3 is 9, 3 6 is 18, 8 carry 1, 3 4 is 12 plus 1 13, 3 carry 1, 3 is 9 plus 1 10. So it will be more. So we have to take what? 2. So 2 6 9 2 4. Then result will be 10 10 minus 4 equal to 6. Again 9 9 minus 2 equal to 7. Again 0 0 minus 9 equal to 1. This is the remainder. So if you will find out the root over of this number in this way, up to 10th place, up to 10 times, up to 15 times, up to 50 times also, the no remainder will repeat. So it will continue. It will run up to, it will continue up to infinity. So we can write that root over of 3 is equal to 1.732 ... Okay, up to 3 places we have to calculate. Okay, so after that we have to round up this number up to 2 digits, because third digit is not necessary. But main thing is it is the smaller number than root 5, so we can't take the less number than 1.732. So we have to increase this number. Okay, because if we round up to 2 digits, it will become 1.73. So this number is less than 1.732. We can't take the less number. Okay, so we have to, for round up, we have to take 1.74. Understood? So in this case, we have to take 1.74. And here, root 5. So again, 5, 20, 20, 20. Then we have to do the division method. We have to find out the root over of 5 in division method. So how? So 2 2 is 4. Result remainder will be 1. Again 2 0 will come. So point we have to give. So again 2 we have written here 2. So that we have to add with 2. So result is 4. So I think 4 2 will come. So 2 2 is 4. 2 4 is 8. If you write 4 3, multiply with 3, then result will be 9, 3 4 is 12. It will be more. So we have to take 2. So 2, result is 84. The answer is 16. Again 2 0 will come, and we have written 2. So we have to add with 2. Then result is 44. again what is the number we'll write here, so that we have to multiply that number with same number. 4 4, what will write here? I think I will write 2 3. So 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 2 carry 1, 3 4s are 12 plus 1 13. Okay, if we take 4 4 4, if we take 4, then we have to multiply with 4, then result will be 4 4s are 16, 1 carry, 4 4s are 16 plus 1 17, 7 1 carry, 4 4s are 16 plus 1 17. This is more, so we will have to take 3. So result is 3. Result is how much? 1 3 2 9. Here is 1, here is 7, here is 1. Sorry, here is 2. Yes or no? So again we have to write 2 0 here, and what we have written here last? 3. So add with 3. So result is 4 4 6. So what is the number we'll write here? 4 4 6. So let us take 6. The result will be 6 into 6, 36, 3 carry, 6 6 are 36 plus 3, 39, 3 carry, 6 4 are 24, plus 3 27, 7 2 carry, 6 4 are 24 plus 2 26. Yes, 2 6 7 9 6. Okay, so if we will subtract, result will be 4 and 0, and here 0, here 3. So 373 0 4 is the remainder. So we have calculated up to how much digit? 6. So result is this much. Okay. So 2.236, again 2.236, it will continue because remainder is 304. If you will continue it up to 50 times, 100 times, then also no remainder will be repeat. So it will continue. It is not repeating decimal number. So that means we have to take up to 3 digits, 2.236. But this is the greater number. So in greater number we can't take more than. When we round up this number, it will become 2.24. But in case of the greater number, we can't take more. So we have to take less. So for taking the less, simply erase one digit. So result will be 2.23. Okay. So for root 5, we have to take 2.23. Okay. So that means here we have find out the root over of 3 and root over of 5 in decimal form, which are a terminating decimal number. These two numbers are lying between root 3 and root 5. Okay. So in between 1.74 and 2.23, we can find out an infinite number rational number. So we can write 1.75, we can write 1.76, 1.92, 1.21, 1.22, 1.225. In this way, infinite number of rational number we can write. Okay. So in this method, pick up only 3 or 4 numbers. If the question, according to your question, if question is asked to find out 3 rational number, so pick up any 3 rational number between these two numbers. Okay. After that, third thing is insert some irrational numbers. Irrational number between two rational numbers. That means here the case is opposite. We have two rational numbers and we have to find out the irrational number between those rational numbers. Suppose two rational numbers is 2.5 and 2.8. We have to find out some irrational number between these two rational numbers. So what is the process? First of all, here we have to write, or sorry, convert the given numbers in root over form. That means 2.5 square equal to 2.5 square equal to how much? 6.25. That means we can write that 2.5 is equal to root over of 6.25. Yes or no? Again, 2.8 square. So we have to find out convert the given rational number in root over form. For that we have to find out the square of these numbers. So 2.5 square equal to 6.25. That means 2.5 equal to root over of 6.25. So 2.8 square equal to how much? 8 to the 16, 4, 6, 8 to the 16, 32, 6, 38, 3, 2 to the power 7. 7.84. That means we can write that 2.8 equal to root over of 7.84. Yes or no? So now our number is 2.5 and 2.8. So we can write 2.5 as root over of 6.25 and this as root over of 7.84. Now see these things, both the numbers are in root over form. Now see, can we find out some irrational number between these numbers? Yes, obviously, why not? So how can we find out? Write any number between 6.25 and 7.84 and give the root over. So 6.35, 6.38, 6.89, 6.94. Write any numbers between 6.25 and 7.84 and give the root over. Complete. Okay. So but one thing is here, we have to keep it in your mind that we should not write the perfect square number here. If you write just like 7.29, if you write the 7.29 root over, 7.29 is lying between 6.25 and 7.84. But we can't write 7.29 because 7.29 is the square of 2.7. Square of 2.7. So the root over of 7.29 equal to 2.7. So it will become rational numbers. While making some irrational number, simply write any number which is not a perfect square and give the root over. That number will become a irrational number. So we have to find out the numbers between 6.25 and 7.84 and give the root over. And one thing very important, we should not write the numbers which is a perfect square. Complete. So in this way we can find out some irrational number between two irrational number, some rational number between two irrational number, and some irrational number between two rational numbers. Okay, and some rational number between two rational number already we have learned in the chapter of rational numbers. So here we have completed all the units of the chapter rational numbers. Okay, so please watch those videos properly and perfectly. If any doubts will arise or any problem will arise, then you can contact me. My contact number is 8249046718. You can contact me in this number, and also you can write in comment box. Okay, and very important thing that I want to share with you, that don't write anything while you are watching this video. First watch it properly and completely is very important. I can see in my mobile that you all are not watching properly and completely. Just 2 minutes or 3 minutes per video you are watching it. So in this way you can't learn properly and perfectly. Okay, so please watch it properly and completely try to understand. If any problem will arise, then contact me. Okay, and lastly I want to say you, if you like my videos, then please subscribe this channel and press the bell icon and share among your friends, so that you can get the proper notifications. If you subscribe this channel and press the bell icon, then you can get the notifications. So while I upload the videos in future, then you can get the notifications very fastly. So please subscribe this channel and also share among your friends. Some of the students has not subscribed, so they will not get the notification. They can't know the video uploaded in these channels. So share this video among them, so that they can also get the benefit. They can see this video properly and they can read also properly. Okay, so take care of yourself and bye. And very shortly I will upload the exercise of these chapters. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.